Alright, hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Focus and Happy taking place here on Twisted Meadows. Here we have Happy. Just check the acolytes on the match. If 230 equals 1 point... Yep, 220. You're right. Here we go. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going down all across over here. We have Happy spawning as the red undead at what I'll call the 8 o'clock position. Meanwhile, Focus spawning as the yellow orc. So that last game was patch 1.29, not 1.30. My apologies for not keeping up with all of these things. This is just a hobby, and I gotta remind myself, not my full-time job. All right. Let's see what's going to be going down in this particular 1v1 matchup. Orc versus Undead. I need to, well, not focus on all of the changes the latest round of patches brought in. And we should be looking at some pretty standard play, even though we saw an Alchemist first in that last game with Acid Bomb. Let's take a look back across what's going across here. Tomb of Relics. Death Knight, Crypt followed by a Graveyard. We should be looking at ghouls into eventual Crypt Fiends in this 1v1 matchup. Blade Master will be making its way out here in just a second. And this Orc base is, well, rather wide open as we see the Voodoo Lounge now being set up by Focus. This is a one burrow play, and we'll see the timing on the next building here, whether or not we get a second Orc burrow in order to increase supply count, or if we are going to be going to a quicker tech to tier 2. Acolytes currently wandering around the map as well. Movement speed is slow. I believe they do actually move a little bit faster here on out, and I think that's to make up for the... Well, actually, I'm not quite sure why Acolytes are going to be getting a significant movement speed in the next patch. Perhaps it isn't even really happened yet, as the Acolyte now continues to move along its merry way. Early stage, early game, nothing really showing anywhere as the Death Knight Skeletal Minion's going to make its way out and go after a Null Warden Creep Camp. Now, has to be extremely careful. As you can take a look, the Null Warden wants to get taken down first, but you can take a look at that one Skeletal Minion taking far too much damage. We are going to be looking at another Rod of Necromancy, and you see the micro by Happy and the Skeletal Minion. He purposely moved the Skeletal Minions away from from the Null Overseer, and he's microing them pretty much like Zerglings, making sure that all of them are taking a significant amount of damage. Now let's take a look at this. Is he going to try and Death Coil one of these to heal it? That is the big question. And well, nope, gonna go ahead and just use another Rod of Necromancy charge, but a Sloan and Death Knight pretty much clearing out a fairly difficult creep camp, already up almost to level 2. Back at the other side, the Skeletal Minions could try and clear out this Null here, and by doing so would give that Death Knight level 2. He's hunting and poking for where that Blade Master could possibly be. Claws of Attack +6. I'm going to add some additional damage right there, but you got to remember there is no bonus damage from that critical strike any longer. Blade Master sitting at level 2, going to go ahead and just head back inside the base, perhaps heal back up as the Voodoo Lounge is now done. Great haul. Built first before that second Orc Burrow, and you are now looking at more and more... well, the second Orc Burrow was built down over here. My apologies. That was built much earlier, as the Death Knight now looking to clear off that Null Creep Camp here. It looks like that Creep Camp did not get cleared out, as the Death Knight just got to level 2. Blade Master wandering around here, and both sides really not engaging against each other. It looks like both sides just want to be able to get to tier 2 before they're going to start to engage. And the Blade Master, well, doing a little bit of risky maneuvers, clearing out this Goblin Merchant +2 Tome Forest Troll Trapper. Yeah, I know that only a handful of units can actually engage, but that damage does start to add up over time, and it can cause problems. He was most likely looking for Tome of Experience, but a Tome of Agility +2 is not shabby on that Blade Master either. That Blade Master already up to 59 damage per swing, even before critical strike, so it could easily critical strike somewhere in the 100 range at level 2. There is the 90 critical strike there. Meanwhile, Let's take a look at this Blade Master purposely backing up, trying to split across all of that damage. This Ogre Warrior pretty much walking around in a giant circle. Not quite sure why. Is he going to be able to finish off or pick up this item? That is a quick question. 15 viewers. I think the most I've had was like 95. So 15 is a good number, especially since I was an unannounced comeback today, as the healing salves now heal up the remaining low hit point grunts. Death Knight sitting at level 2. Potion of Greater Healing, Rod of Necromancy, Dust of Appearance, all incredibly important. Are we perhaps going to be looking at a Blade Master coming by to steal a little bit of experience? No, not quite yet. Back off to the north, you see a Death Coil healing up on that Crypt Fiend, but still maintaining good mana on that Death Knight for the upcoming fights. 114 critical strike right there. Force Troll Warlord does get taken down. Robe of Magi. As well, we see the Blade Master now trying to get away. Will it use that healing salve? Yes, it will, followed up with a Wind Walk. Well, taking a little bit of a risky move right there, while the Shadow Hunter is currently sitting at level 1. Back at the other end, let's take a look. Lich has joined in on the fight. Frost armor added to that Death Knight, really slowing down the amount of damage that the Blade Master does, not only with the additional armor, but also with the slowing of the attack on that Blade Master. Windwalk Strike onto that Null. Null taking a lot of damage. The attack's just adding up higher and higher, and well, that Blade Master trying to take down this Ziggurat, and that Ziggurat could end up getting taken down as the Blade Master's damage is rather high here. Alright, gonna go ahead and summon up another Ziggurat. What is going on? The Blade Master needs to get back away and is gonna be able to run inside here, doesn't want to engage, and is just gonna perhaps try and wind walk away. Low hit point Grunt able to squeeze the 5-man escape, as the Grunt still, well, purposely trying to run back. A good micro by that skeletal minion. By Happy with that skeletal minion to try and prevent any sort of escape here. You can take a look. That Grunt has taken already, 400 points of damage and continuing to lead. Leave slowly but surely. But in comes a hijack from the back. Blade Master trying to finish off the Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend gets taken down as the Death Knight turns into a squirrel momentarily. Healing Wave. Healing up more damage here. Are we perhaps going to see the death of a Grunt here? 1 or 2 more shots. Oh, wow. A beautiful ensnare preventing that Grunt from getting taken down. All right. A quiet early game by Undead. We'll see if it does in fact favor the Undead here, as we are going to Halls of the Dead into, well, Black Citadel. Black Citadel already up here. We should be looking at an Orb of Corruption being added, as that Lich, all of a sudden, that negative armor adds up incredibly quickly. Death Knight handing over that particularly useful item. Meanwhile, Blade Master just going to be wandering around here. Death Knight does have Dust of Appearance and could easily reveal that Blade Master, but Blade Master just wants to keep these units in check. Are we looking at a Tauren Chieftain as well? No, we are not, unless he's off over here. Nope, no Tauren Chieftain, even though we are currently at Fortress. Normally the Tauren Chieftain is added just for Endurance Aura being able to attack that much more quickly. Shadow Hunter with Robe of Magi. Gonna have plenty of mana for the upcoming fights. Meanwhile, back down across here, Blade Master trying to go after the Ghoul, unable to even sneak through there, as the Blade Master once again forced to Windwalk. 37 supply over 40. Meanwhile, on the other side, we have 37 over 50 with the fortified armor upgrades. Tauren Chieftain now being added as well, as I expected. 42 over 50. And are we going to be going perhaps into Destroyers? That is also the follow-up question. Blade Master going after the Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend, well, able to escape. Is it going to perhaps get purged one more time? Blade Master tries to get in another shot there, and it looked like there was a quick attack there. Down it goes, as we take a look as the Death Knight now wants to back up again. So a Crypt Fiend lost in transit by an observant Blade Master, getting a little bit of an advantage once again. Are we going to see another unit simply just walk by here? That is the next question, as the Blade Master just holding its own. Shadow Hunter sitting at level 3, so it's a 3-3 going up against a 3-2-1. Dark Ranger with those lesser dark minions, transforming, units into skeletal minions, which then can be translated into mana. But I do believe we have Frost Armor and Frost Nova first. Dark Ranger looking to engage against that creep camp. However, it is going to be short-lived. It is a potential creep jack indeed, as the raiders are going to show up. There's a Dust of Appearance. There's a couple of ensnares as the battle is raging on. Shadowhunter is there to provide support. A bunch of hero nuking, but a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability used in time to allow that Blade Master to stick around in a fight. Another healing wave should be used here in just a moment. There it goes, as the Death Knight, well, the Death Knight lives to fight another day while landing a good Death Coil onto that Crypt Fiend instead of the Blade Master. Continuing this fight once again, another Death Coil saving the units. Raiders getting taken down. The two Destroyers in the air providing a lot of support. The Kodo Beast just wants to eat something, but doesn't look like it will be able to get away. Crypt Fiend continuing to fight back here. A lot of damage added back in. Blade Master going up against the Destroyer, as the Destroyers are, well, slowly but surely getting taken back out. Blade Master tries to heal back up. Tauren Chieftain is there, continuing the fight again, as another Kodo Beast may try and eat a new fresh Crypt Fiend, and there it goes. Blade Master, well, Blade Master trying to hex down Death Knight. Potion of Invulnerability used in time, as the units are now looking to back up again, and we see a little bit of a split attack force. All the units now heading back every which way. Tauren Chieftain looking to get back. Kodo Beast slowly digesting that Crypt Fiend. Reinforcements going to be coming, but a little bit late here, as we should be looking at an expansion attempt here by the Orc. 39 supply over 50 compared to 44 over 50. Units going to head back every which way. Death Knight, Lich, Dark Ranger, 3-3-1 going up against a 3-3, I believe, 1 as well. Forest Troll Warlord gonna get finished off here in just a matter of seconds. Destroyer with Devour Magic should be eating all of this up. However, well, there is a bit of a cooldown period, as you guys know. Ogre Magi trying to, well, take down this Death Knight. Death Knight will get to level 4 after this Forest Troll High Priest. Meanwhile, Lich will stay at 3 and Dark Ranger will stay at 2. Tauren Chieftain now with an added Devotion Aura, adding in a little bit more extra protection. Troll Berserkers have been added in as well. That low hit point Death Knight gave me a heart attack. Yep. He was able to stick around for quite some time. That Blade Master as well. Both sides controlling their primary heroes fairly efficiently in the later half of this game. Both sides now deciding that creeping is the best thing to do at the 13-minute mark, as the Death Knight, Lich, and Dark Ranger are going to finish things up. Thank you, Link Park Effect, for the subscription. As we're looking back down across over here, trying to clean things up once again. Tauren Chieftain, Pure Up to Vitality, going to go ahead and get picked up. Raiders finishing off the remainder of the Forest Troll Trappers as they're heading back off to the north again. Shadowhunter. A lot of additional intelligence. Maximum 435 mana. We'll see how much mana he has going into the next fight. Also, Black Citadel, the Acolytes, more Acolytes being summoned, and it looks as though we're going to be looking at a shade here, as the Blade Master looks to finish off the Banshee. Banshee getting a purge and getting taken down once more. I believe that was a second Windwalk strike, which was not needed, as it was already significantly slowed. Tauren Chieftain joining in on the fight here. You can see how fast that Blade Master does, in fact, attack units. Once more, Tauren Chieftain picking up that Tome of Strength. Meanwhile, Talisman of Evasion, is that going to be held by the Tauren Chieftain? Yes, it appears so, making him that much more difficult to take down again. Kodo Beast is hungry, wants to eat some more things. Meanwhile, Death Knight, Lich, and Dark Ranger getting stronger, sitting at a 4-3-3, and those level 2 Dark Minions, coupled with the what I got to believe Dark Ritual, will allow the Lich to get in plenty of Frost Novas. Meanwhile, back down here, Tome of Intelligence +2. Who's going to be picking it up? Tauren Chieftain reading up to get a bit smarter. Perhaps more Shockwave or Stomps are in order. Back down to the south, one Watchtower, and only one Watchtower to try and fight this back here. Repairs could get underway. No repairs as of yet. Fortified armor, but still not going to be that much damage, as these peons will get taken down. extra Voodoo Lounge really never benefited or hurt anyone, but a very, very smart call by Happy to look for in the not standard ninja expansion location. It is still 1 base to 1 base, and Undead should have a good advantage going into the next fight if he can maintain a good amount of mana and, well, focus down the proper units. Kodo Beasts in the back are perhaps going to be the higher priority targets. Raiders now coming across here. Frost Nova quickly takes down. No! Raider able to survive just a little bit longer. Meanwhile, missing of the attacks here as a big stomp comes in from the back, slowing down all of those, or stopping all of those ghouls in their tracks. Troll Berserkers now trying to make their way back out. Shadow Hunter needs a bit of a heal. Is he going to be able to get a stomp here? No, another Scroll of Healing being used again as the Destroyers are trying to fight back here. Destroyers, however, eating the Crypt Fiends that are really the main problem. Another healing wave coming back across the other way. Is this Kodo Beast going to be able to get back, as it is digesting a ghoul? Down to 374 hit points. Needs to get back. Another big stomp across multiple units. That Tauren Chieftain literally putting his foot down to ensure victory. Kodo Beast continuing to fight back here. 2 ghouls are currently out of the fight. Death Coil onto the Dark Ranger saves it, as the Blade Master has not really done... Well, has done a lot of damage, but hasn't done damage. Shadowhunter now heading back over here to the top left. We'll see where he's going to be traveling to. No major heroes have been killed, and the Shadowhunter down to 28 hit points, running for his life. Down to 32 hit points. Where is he going to perhaps go next? That lone ghoul could easily take him out. Scroll of Town Portal used instead in order to head back home. There's the Voodoo Lounge. Let's see what's going to be happening next. Healing salves need to be coming across. Clarity Potion is being used. Perhaps a Robe of Magi should be given to the Tauren Chieftain here, and then swapped back over once that Clarity Potion is done. Hi, Davey. How you doing? All right, up to 19 viewers. Thank you. So far, we are looking at, I believe, a curse here, a shade, still keeping track of this army here. Shadowhunter is in a lot of hurt right now. We'll see how this is going to translate later on. Meanwhile, what could be a potential creepjack timing is going to turn into that, even though a shade was following the Kodo Beast. What was that about? How do you engage against a creep camp knowing that you are going to be in a very, very bad spot? Well, having a get out of jail free card is always extremely helpful. Being able to head back out after taking down that main rock golem and getting that powerful item. Lich sitting at level 4. Orb of Corruption, Sobi Mask, plenty of mana, Mantle of Intelligence, Death Knight sitting at level 4, also with a Sobi Mask, and also a Pendant of Mana. Alright, that Death Knight, absolutely scary right now. So much mana to heal and so much protection with the help of that Lich here. This undead army may just become too much for the Orc. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 3, it may come down to how effective those critical strikes are and whether or not death coils are interrupted with Hex. Wind Riders still wandering about here. Let's take a look. Army sizes is 54 over 60 compared to 50 over 60. A slight advantage for Happy. As Focus now looking to back up here. Alright, Death Knight, where is he going next? Units now making their way back again. Lich making their way back down to the south. No, this is not the new patch. This is 1.292. I am still waiting for some new patch games, and hopefully we will see them at some point. Lich, already maxed out on mana, will not be using Dark Rituals. Unless he could actually get higher up here. Meanwhile, we have a great haul training up some peons, but I believe that's going to get shut down before it is even operational. A significant loss by Focus, as Focus is not going to have this expansion pay for themselves. All right, let's take a look at the other items. Tauren Chieftain. Well, Shadowhunter, Robe of Magi, Claws of Attack, Pure Up to Vitality. Both sides getting some good items here. Tauren Chieftain gets up to level 4. That was big. Blade Master got up to level 5. That was a huge fight. And just what the Doctor ordered. Healing Wave, saving up all of those units. Tauren Chieftain puts his foot down, trying to fight his way back here. Scroll of Healing used. Or was that just the Obsidian statues in the back? More Troll Berserkers trying to head back here. What is going on? as the Wind Riders are looking to perhaps focus down some of these additional units. Lich chasing after the high priority Kodo Beast targets as the Forest Troll Berserkers are getting taken out. Or the Troll Berserkers, excuse me, are getting taken out. Kodo Beast puts it, gets a little bit of support, but not enough as more units are now heading back out again. Let's take a look. Low hit point Ghoul still running back out. Already getting back up stronger as the Blade Master looking to finish off some more units here. Another Ghoul could get taken down. Tauren Chieftain looking to fight his way out here. Gets in another big stomp. Dark Ranger, Potion of Invulnerability used in time, followed up with a 400 hit point heal. Death Knight sitting at level 4, very close to level 5. And is that going to be enough as the Lich still retreating, has mana for another Frost Nova? As you see, another Raider just absolutely getting, well, I would say melted, but actually, I guess, more frozen. Death Coil going to go ahead and hit that Lich. Saved once again as the Death Knight now looks to back away, perhaps with that higher hit point heal, be able to, or nuke, be able to deal significant damage. Let's take a look at this. Blade Master is right there. There's a Frost Nova onto the Death Knight. Or Blade Master. Blade Master looks to get away. Death Knight could easily be getting in some more Death Coils as the Blade Master needs to escape at 75 hit points. It could have been taken out earlier as we're looking at more damage being added in. All right, Tauren Chieftain trying to be brought back in. Death Knight going up against the Blade Master. Blade Master seen at 237. Death Coil finished off by an additional attack. Lich still sitting at level 4, but the Blade Master has been gone from this fight. Death Knight could get another kill here. Yes, there goes the Shadow Hunter. Tauren Chieftain fighting back out. Death Knight sitting at level 5 though. Frost Nova slowing down the Tauren Chieftain. Kodo Beast blocking the Tauren Chieftain just a little bit. Death Knight trying to catch back up. Unholy Aura is extremely helpful at trying to catch up on some of those units. Let's see what's going to be going down in the follow-up here. There is another Dark Ritual. There's a Frost Nova. Tauren Chieftain gets taken down. Blade Master back in the fight, but for how long? As the Death Knight gets another Death Coil onto the Blade Master, only to see him with Potion of Invulnerability. How long will it last? Probably not long enough, as the Death Knight air mails the Death Coil. The ability living up to its name, and I believe Happy is going to get the victory here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.